Just a few days ago, I did a story on how Latinos were hit exceptionally hard by opioids in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, apparently it definitely don't end there. Here's another story that just came out today, May 3rd, 2018. Latinos are hit especially hard by the opioid plague in Massachusetts. But why? And this came out on WBUR.org. I will leave the link to this article in the description box. Tall, gangly man twists a cone of paper in his hand as stories from nearly 30 years of addiction poured out. The robbery that landed him in prison at 17, never getting his GED, going through the horrors of detox maybe 40 times, including this latest, which he finished 2 weeks ago. He's now in a residential unit for at least 30 days. I'm a serious addict, said Julio Cesar Santiago, 44. I still have dreams where I'm about to use drugs and I have to wake up and get on my knees and pray. Let God take this away from me because I don't want to go back. I know that if I go back out there, I'm done. And as you can see, it's showing in this chart, white, non-Hispanic, of course, is the highest. Black, non-Hispanic, actually lower than everyone, and Hispanic, which you can see is the second highest to white people. And this is showing 2014, 2015, and 2016. All right, on this chart. Santiago, who is Puerto Rican, has reason to worry. Near real-time data on the opioid plague in Massachusetts produced by the Baker administration shows the overdose death rate for Latinos has doubled in 3 years, growing at twice the rate of any other racial group. These numbers suggest that opioid plague is hitting Latinos especially hard in Massachusetts. State officials say they don't know why, but interviews have current and former drug users, addiction treatment providers, and physicians reveal a range of problems that put Latinos at greater risk of overdose and death. Few bilingual treatment programs. Well, yeah, I guess I never thought about that. A man in sneakers, jeans, and short sleeve plain shirt slaps greeting to a small group of Costa Esperanza, a collection of day treatment residential programs and transitional housing in Boston Roxbury neighborhood. He plops down next to Irma Bermudez, who at 43 describes herself as grateful, recovering addict. She's in the women's residential unit. Okay, so they're just pretty much going over their stories of addiction. There is no comprehensive list of addiction services in Massachusetts where translators are available. So they're pretty much in even a worse rut than white addicts, because when you really think about it, white addicts can go to rehab very easily. With them, it's a language barrier. So many of them probably don't even bother going to treatment because there's probably not enough Latino drug counselors that are available for, at their disposal. So you can kind of understand. So I can see in a case like this where they probably wouldn't go for treatment under normal circumstances because, let's face it, many of these people have been in the country for years and they didn't even really bother to learn English that well. Okay, so Not cool to call 911. I can definitely understand that. Lopez has close ties these days with providers, the police, and EMTs. But his attitude towards first responders back when he was using heroin on the streets explains another reason Latinos may be dying from an overdose more often than other drug users. It's not cool to be calling 911, says Lopez, about if a person sees someone overdosing. I could get shot and I won't call 911. They're right, because when it comes down to getting shot by the police, they're pretty much in the same boat with Black people. Um, to the men in the house, the word help sounds like degrading. He says calling 911 is like you're getting exiled from your community. Santiago says this isn't true for everyone. A few men have called EMTs for help. Revive Santiago. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them, but Santiago and others, their growing fear among Latinos of asking anyone perceived as a government agent for help, especially if the person who needs help is not an American citizen. They fear if they get involved, they're going to get deported. Yeah, that's true. They could. Okay. So the reason why so many of them are dying is really for social reasons, you know? So, hey, I get it. But that is now something that I'm starting to see more and more each and every day, y'all. The Hispanics are really getting slammed in the opioid plague that's going on. And as you can see on that chart, Black people is still low, relatively low compared to many of these other groups that are going through the opioid plague. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And if you have an Android device, please get my app. Absolutely get it. Peace, family.